morning. This is Andree, yoga teacher at the Jewish Community Center in Newton. First of all, the year is about to end, so I want to wish you a happy new year. Let's hope 2021 is a good year. Couldn't be any worse than 2020. And today we're going to concentrate on some stretches and hip opening. So let's begin by sitting quietly with your legs crossed and use whatever you need to support your sitting bones so that your spine is lengthening up from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Let's close your eyes. Notice your body with each breath. And slowly open your eyes. So for this morning, we're not going to use a lot of props, but we're going to need a block. You're going to need a bolster of a couple of blankets, and you are going to need a strap. Okay, so let's begin on your hands and knees. Cat-cow pose. Inhaling into extension, which is the cow position. Exhaling into a rounded back, which is the cat position. So inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Press to a child's pose. Keep the arms fully extended so that you're ready to move into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Shifting your weight to your hands, tucking the toes under. Pressing to downward facing dog. And let's just move the hips around, so feel your body in this first pose. Want to do arm movement mindfully. If you want to extend your right leg up, bending the knee, opening the hip, breathing into the opening, exhaling back to dog pose, bending your left knee, opening the hip on the other side, and back to dog pose. Coming to your knees to child's pose. Use the breath to stay connected to the body. And let's return to downward facing dog. And then walk your feet forward, and then walk your hands back. Coming into forward bend. Dropping the crown of the head, lifting the tailbone, As you inhale, stretch your spine, place your hands on your hips, come all the way up to standing Tadasana. Take 5 breaths here, feeling your body upright, letting the neck be soft. And now we're going to stand sideways on our mat. So you separate your feet nice and wide. At all 10 toes pointing forward. You can have your hands on your hips for now. Okay, now you're going to turn your left foot in and turn your right foot out. Extend the arms. Triangle pose. Exhaling, reach forward and down. Coming into Utthita Trikonasana. You can place your left hand on your hip and work into the twist. You can look down at your foot. Make sure your back leg is fully firm. And then you can begin to look up as you bring the arm, top arm up. Gonna inhale, come up. Place your hands on your hips, turn your toes to point forward. Turn your left foot out, your right foot in. Extend the arms. Exhaling to triangle pose. Placing your right hand on your hip. Work into the twist. Looking down at your foot. Looking back up. Extending the arm up to the ceiling. Inhale, come up. Place your hands on your hips, turn your toes. Inhale, bring the elbows back. Exhale, 2 forward bend. Bring your hands to the floor. Try to keep the arms fully extended. So you're pressing the floor with your palms, pressing the floor with your feet. Lengthening the spine from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And then slowly releasing a little deeper, walking your hands between your feet, elbows in, release the crown of the head. Inhale, stretching the spine. Place your hands on your hips, come all the way up. Turn the right foot out, turn your left foot in, extend the arms. Exhale to triangle pose. Now we're going to start with a modified triangle stretch. You will bend your front knee, place your forearm on your thigh, bring your top arm by your ear, and breathe. Inhaling, coming back up. Turn your toes point forward. Let's go to the other side. Extend the arms. Exhale, triangle pose. Bending your front knee, place your forearm on your thigh, and bring your top arm by your ear. Keep the back leg firm. Inhale, back up. Place your hands on your hips. Exhale to forward bend. Release the crown of the head. Press the inner thighs toward the outer thighs. Go as deep as you can into your forward bend. Keep the tailbone lifted. Now as you inhale, stretch your spine. Turn your left foot in, your right foot out. Coming into pyramid pose. Releasing over your front leg. You can use block underneath your hands if you need to. Keep lengthening the spine as you release your chin to your shin. Keep pressing the big toe down to the floor, but rotate the right thigh out. Firmly grip the floor with your right foot. And then place your right hand on your ankle, place your other hand on your hip, and begin to rotate the chest open. Extend your top arm up. Exhaling, back to pyramid. Walk your hands between your feet. Release here, forward bend. Inhaling, stretch your spine, turn your right foot in, your left foot out. Pyramid on the other side. Place your left hand on your ankle, place your other hand on your hip. Begin to twist open. Stretch your arm up. Exhale back to pyramid. Walk your hands between your feet. Release your forward bend. Keep lifting the inner thighs toward the other thighs. Spreading the toes. Inhaling, stretch the spine, place your hands on your hips, and come up, walk your feet together. Okay, let's do forward bend into our sun salutations. Okay, so we stand the arms over your head. Exhale to forward bend. Inhale, stretch your spine. Exhale, right foot back. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Step your right foot forward. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, release. Inhale, up. Exhale, Tadasana. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale to forward bend. Inhale, stretch your spine. Exhale, your left foot back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Come to your knees to child's pose. Bring the arms alongside your body and let your forehead drop to the floor and block. Open the shoulders. Feel the spread of the shoulder blades. slowly sit up. Tuck your toes under. Shift back onto your feet and come into forward bend. Inhale, stretch your spine, place your hands on your hips, come all the way up. So now we are going to do side angle stretch using a block. So you're going to place the block on your right side. So separate your feet nice and wide. So when you come down into your pose, you may have to adjust the position of the block. So you're going to turn your left foot in and your right foot out. Bring the block by the ankle. Extend your arms out. Bend your front knee and then reach forward and down. Bring your hand to the block. Place your other hand on your hip. Okay, place your knee into your arm. Keep rotating the chest to the ceiling. And now bring your top arm by your ear. Keep rooting to the back foot, extending to the fingertips. You're going to inhale, come up. Take your block. Set up on the other side. Extend the arms out. Exhaling, bend your front knee. Reach forward and down. Come in, place your hand on your hip. Into side angle stretch. Twisting the chest up to the ceiling. Bring the top arm by your ear. Keep rooting to the back foot. And then inhale, come up. Straighten your legs. And come forward to forward bend. Take your block. Bring your elbows to the block or bring your hands to the block. And release here, 5 breaths. Keep lifting the inner thighs toward the outer thighs. And those of you who can press your hands on the floor and see, can you bring your head to the block? Again, the block would be on a medium height or it could be on a high. Exploring an inversion. And then inhaling, stretch the spine. Place your hands on your hips and come all the way up. And work your feet together. Okay, we're going to do one more pyramid before we go down to the floor. So you're going to step your right foot forward and left foot back. Guide the hips so that they are square. Both bones facing straight forward. The hinge forward, coming into your pose. Place your hands on the floor of the block. Release the head down. Use the back leg to control the extension of the front leg. Then bend your front knee, step forward. Releasing forward bend. Notice the difference between the right side and the left side. As you inhale, stretching your spine to come all the way up. You're going to step your right foot back. Take the time to square the hips. Firm up the back leg. Exhale, hinge. Bring your hands to the block of the floor. Release the head. Keep the back foot anchored. As you inhale, bend your front knee to step forward. Extend both legs into forward bend. Inhaling, stretch your spine. Place your hands on your hips, come all the way up. Okay, so let's try again, triangle pose. And notice as we move in and out of these poses, if each time we return to a pose, is there a difference? And it's when you concentrate on feeling the body. Separate your feet nice and wide. Good. Establish your foundation, which is the feet rooted to the floor. Okay, turn your right foot out, your left foot in. Extend the arms. Exhaling, reach, coming to triangle pose. Again, your head, you can turn down to look at your foot, and it all depends on your neck, how your neck is feeling. Firm up both legs. Lengthen the neck. Inhale, come up. Let's go to the other side. Triangle pose. Keep elongating in the neck. You can even look at your foot or look up. Inhale, come up. Place your hands on your hips. Turn your toes point forward. Exhale to forward bend. Take your time to lengthen the spine before you let go of the hips. Bring your hands to the floor. Let's keep the arms straight again. So staying in a flat back. Rotating the upper arms in, the triceps in, biceps out. And then release deeper into your forward bend. You can take your block again, place it underneath your elbows to have support. Okay, let's inhale, stretch the spine. Turn your left foot in, your right foot out to pyramid pose. Come back to the center. Turn your right foot in, left foot out. Pyramid pose on the other side. Coming back to the center. Place your hands on your hips. Come all the way up and walk your feet together. Okay, before we move all the way down to the floor, we are going to do pigeon pose. So those of you who cannot do pigeon pose on your belly, then you do pigeon pose on your back. Okay, so you know, most of you know how to adjust for that. So let's start with feet hip width apart. Stretch your arms over your head. Exhale to forward bend. Inhaling, stretch your spine. Exhale your right foot back. Pause here, bring your knee to the floor. Just to get a nice stretch in the front of your thigh, right thigh. Now walk your foot, left foot to the right as you bring your thigh down to the floor. Have the arms wide and press the floor to lift the spine. And then slowly come forward onto your forearms. Keep the other rotation of your left thigh. Keep the left foot flexed. You're again trying to square the hips. Let's take a couple more breaths here. And then slowly pushing it up. Downward facing dog. Bring your right foot forward. Lower your left knee to the mat. Release here. And walk your foot to the other edge of your mat. Coming to pigeon pose onto the other side. Keep your hands nice and wide, lengthen the spine up. And then release forward onto your forearms. Taking about 5 breaths here. Press the forearms down so you feel that support there, so you're not totally sinking into your hips. And then slowly push up and step back to downward facing dog. 5 breaths in downward facing dog. And then come to your knees. Now, some of you may not be able to do the next one, so if you can, then you just do a regular dog pose. But those of you who know, you could bring your forehead to a block in dog pose, and you can place a block on your mat. Then press to downward facing dog, and then bring your forehead or the top of your head to the block. So if you cannot do that, then just do the normal dog pose. Or fully open the back of your legs. Fully extend the arms. And then slowly come to your knees to child's pose. Stretch the arms alongside your body. Let the shoulder blades spread. And then sit up. So now we are going to do supine, leg out to the side. So you're going to need, all you're going to need for that is a strap. So lie down, feet together, thighs, the front of your thighs roll in. Let's pause here for a little bit. Feel your body in a supine position. As you press in your ball of the feet forward, you want to move the little toes toward you. So you're spreading the toes. You try to bring the back of your knees toward the floor so your legs are fully engaged. Now you're going to bring your right knee in and place the strap around the ball of the foot. So you start with the knee bent in a half happy baby pose. Keep the left leg fully engaged and extend your leg, your right leg up to the ceiling. We're going to pause here in the center. So you want to move the other edge of your right thigh away from you. Which means you're rotating the right thigh out. If you're feeling a stretch around the glutes and the hamstring, this is the right place to feel it. As you keep that left leg firm, bring your right leg toward you a little bit more and bring your leg out to the side. Bring the leg back to the center. Bring the leg out to the side. Keep the left leg fully rooted. Bring the leg back to the center. Let's do this one more time. Bring your leg out to the side. Let's take 5 breaths. Keep reaching forward with your left leg so you grow the left leg taller. So sometimes I keep my hand right on top of your thigh to remind myself to root there. And then I press my right foot into the strap. Take one more breath, and then slowly bring your leg back up to the center. Release the strap. Bring your knee to your chest. Extend your leg on the floor. Pause there, feeling your body, feeling the right side, the left side. Observing this little difference between sides. Now you're going to bend your left knee in, place the strap around the ball of the foot. Holding on to the strap with the knee bent in half baby pose. Now connect to your right leg, firm on the leg as you slowly extend your left leg up. And leave your leg, give your leg a chance to release into the stretch. Keep moving the left hip away from you. The top of your left thigh is moving, so the front thigh is moving away from you. So you have that other rotation of the left thigh. Go back to your right leg, firm on the leg, bring your left leg closer to you, and then bring your leg out to the side. Bring your leg back to the center. Bring your leg out to the side. Bring the leg back to the center. Okay, let's do this one more time. We're going to hold, bring the leg out to the side. Keep the right leg energized. Breathe here. So most of the work is in the right leg. And then bring your leg back to the center. Letting go of the strap. Give your knee a hug. Extend both legs. Extending arms over your head. Pause here, taking a couple of breaths. And Now bend your knees. Place your arms by your side. Lift your head up, roll up. We are going to do a seated open twist. So I would suggest, you don't have to, but I would suggest if you know it's hard for you to sit and lengthen the spine, then you sit on the support. So I'm going to be working on the support today. So you're starting in Dandasana, which is staff pose. Lengthen the spine. Legs together, so the legs are active. So if you're sitting on a support, it could be a blanket or a bolster. You want to be sliding in a little bit, so you're not sitting way back onto your support. You're going to bend your right knee. Continue to lengthen the spine. Place your left hand behind you, stretch your right arm up. And then you're going to bring your upper arm to the inside of your right knee, and then press your knee against your arm into a twist. Come back to the center. Extend both legs. Let's go to the other side. Lengthen the spine. Stretch your left arm up, reach up, and then bring the arm to the inside of your knee and press your knee against your arm into a twist. And coming back to the center, extending both legs out. You can come forward into a forward stretch. Keep the spine lengthening, don't round your back. Keep your thoracic spine concave. And then sit up. So let's do this again. Now, you can experiment sitting on the floor if you find that the bolster maybe was too high or the blanket. It's always good to experiment without any props to see whether we need props. Okay? You bend your right knee. You place your left hand behind you, lengthen the spine, stretch your right arm up, and then come into your twist. Breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Come back to the center. Stretch both legs. Bending the left knee. Sitting tall. Stretch your left arm up. As you exhale, bring your elbow to the inside of your knee and twist. Exhale, coming back to the center. Stretch both legs. Extend the arms over your head. Exhale, come forward. Grab your feet. Or use a straw. So now relaxing, we're not relaxing into the stretch. We're concentrating on the lengthening of the spine in a concave position of the upper back. And then slowly come up. So we are going to do a floor stretch, a twist. And some of you may want to do with a bent knee, some of you can do it with a straight leg. So let me demonstrate quickly what I'm talking about. So you're going to stretch your right leg up. If you can, you're going to grab the outside of your foot. And then you're going to slowly come across, bringing your leg across. Okay, so some of you can definitely do that. Or you're going to bend your knee and then bring your knee across. So you have these two options. Well, in fact, you have three. The third one, you can take your strap, place the strap around the ball of the foot, and again, come across, bring the foot to the floor. Okay, so you want to lengthen the spine. So you choose the one you want to do, you get into the position, you're going to take 5 breaths. So there's a big stretch in the yati band right here, huge stretch. So if it's too intense, you can always bend your knee a little bit. Okay. You're rotating the right shoulder down to the floor. And then slowly, as you bend your knee, come back to the center. Give your knee a hug. And then stretch your leg. Again, take a moment to feel your body. Feel the sensation in your right side. Now we're going to go to the other side. So you choose the one bent knee, holding onto your foot, or using a strap. Okay, so if you're using a strap like I am, you place the strap around the ball of the foot, extend the leg up, and then you slowly bring your leg across. So you're rotating that right shoulder, the left shoulder to the ground, breathing into the stretch. And now you're going to bend your knee, coming back to the center. Bring both knees into your chest. Keep your knees separated. And rock your spine forward and back. Or do happy baby. Grabbing the side of your feet. Pressing the knees to the floor, pressing your feet into your hands. So you want to have the lower leg and the right leg go to the upper leg. You want to stretch the tailbone forward toward the front edge of your mat. And then you're going to cross your legs to warm up. Coming into downward facing dog. Again, observe the quality of your dog pose now. Then come to your knees to child's pose. Keep the arms extended forward for now. Let your forehead release down. And slowly come back up to sit up. Okay. You're going to stretch your leg in front of you. If you have bad knees, then you're going to modify by bringing your foot on the inside of your thigh for the forward stretch. If your knees are okay, you're going to bend the right knee in a half virasana, half hero pose. Okay, so you're sitting on the inside of your right foot, stretch the arms up. As you exhale, come forward and use your strap or grab the foot. Let's take one more breath here. And slowly come up. Extend both legs. Nidasana. Okay, we're going to go to the other side. So either you place your foot on the inside of your thigh, or you bend the knee and place your leg in half virasana. Okay, lengthen the spine. Stretch the arms up. Exhale, reach forward. Keep lengthening the spine. Work using the length of your leg to extend the spine. And then slowly come back up, stretch both legs out. Okay, I think we're going to sit on the support again. Again, sitting right on the edge of the support. Lengthen the spine. Now you're going to bring your right hand to the outside of your left knee and then press, hold on to the knee, press your left arm back into a twist. Concentrate on the extension of the spine. Coming back to the center. And grabbing the outside of your right knee, right hand behind you, inhale to lift. Moving into the twist. Exhale, release to the center. Let's, I'm going to face you. I would probably prefer that you sit on a support, unless you know you can lift the spine. You're going to bring the soles of the feet together. You can hold on to the toes. Let your knees open up to the side. Or you can bring your hands behind you, lengthen the spine. Keep moving the knees away from each other. Breathe. So if this is too hard for you, you can always cross the legs, but if you cross the legs, we're going to come into a forward bend. So if you decide to cross your legs, you're going to have to change the cross. So you're going to come forward any amount that you can, releasing into a cobbler's pose forward bend. Feel the stretch in your groins, on the inside of your thighs. And then coming back up. So if you decided to cross your legs, then you want to change the cross. And let's do this again. And then walk back up. So now we're going to take our 2 or 3 blankets that I mentioned before for Septibanda. So having a bolster is very useful because I don't have to deal with folding blankets. But if you have 2 blankets, you're going to roll them up and stack them on top of each other. So for that, we're going to do reclined cobblers pose in septubanda, which means that your feet are going to be on the blanket or the bolster, and your shoulders and head are going to be fully on the floor. So this is what's going to happen. You sit on the bolster, you want to scoot back until your shoulders come to the floor. So you have the bolster basically supporting the lumbar spine and the sacrum. You're going to bring the feet onto the bolster, let your knees release out to the side. Lift, use your elbows to lift the chest, open the chest, and then let the arms rest by your side. Close your eyes. Now there's no more muscle work. You're just receiving that position without any stress or effort. Feel the weight of your shoulders resting on the mat. Feel the weight of your sacrum pressing into your support and the feet onto the support. Your arms can be by your side, or you can have your hands on your belly. So you choose the position of the arms that's the most conducive to your relaxation. Keep your eyes closed. Just observe how sensations in the body are not permanent. They change. So when you begin a pose, the sensation is going to be quite different from the sensation you experience later in the same pose. So as we're beginning that supine septubanda cobblers pose, you may have noticed a resistance in the groins, but then as you begin to let go, the resistance began to melt. And if it doesn't melt, it means that you could just lie flat on the floor, or you could put blocks underneath your thighs. Relaxing the body. Just know that these positions are very good for the digestive system. So that's a position you could use after, if you eat too much, for example. You could put yourself in that position for about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and you will see a big difference. And now press your hands on the inside of your thighs, begin to bring the knees together. You may want to scoot back a little bit to keep only the sacrum on the support, and then bring your knees in, and then extend your legs up to the ceiling. Now bend the elbows, lift between the shoulder blades, and then relax the arms. Keep your legs together. If you want to use a wall for this, you could definitely be against the wall. Let the legs relax up. Keep the chest open. Close your eyes. Now you're going to bend your knees. You're going to move the blanket or the bolster underneath your thighs. Set up for Shavasana. You lift the chest to Slide the shoulders down your back so that you get that opening of the chest. Let the arms rest by your side. Close your eyes. Let the body fully go. Breath is natural, so you are witnessing the breath without controlling it. Let the flow receive your body without any discomfort, without any effort. You may feel like you could go to sleep, which is fine, it means you're tired. But if you can, you want to keep the mind alert in relaxation, which is the place of meditation. With each exhale, you want to let go a little bit more. You're going to roll to your side. And slowly come up to a seated position. Pause here for a moment, close your eyes. Join your palms. With your next exhalation, bow to yourself with gratitude. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. I hope that you have a wonderful holiday and see you next year. Bye-bye.